Hi there, I'm Elizabeth with Ellie's Handcrafted Jewelry, and welcome to my channel where I share tips, tricks, and tutorials for those looking to learn the art of wire wrapping and wire weaving. And if you guys cannot tell, Christmas is one of my favorite times of the year. Not necessarily for the gift giving as much as the ambiance, the colors, the festivities, just being around family. I really love Christmas. And in celebration of this particular holiday, I wanted to share this tutorial showing you how to make a Christmas tree weave. And I don't know if I've actually seen this weave anywhere else. If you guys have seen this, please let me know so I can give credit to that person for the design. But I just wanted to share how to make this weave so you can add it to your pendants to make it a little bit extra festive and representative of this amazing holiday. But I also wanted to let you know that there is a new written tutorial that actually features this weave. So if you want to learn more about that, there's going to be a little pop-up here, or you can check the link in the description to find that. Of course, if you are part of the Artisan Tutorial Vault, you already have access to this tutorial, so you'll just need to check out your account on the Artisan Tutorial Vault. If you want to learn more about the amazing Artisan Tutorial Vault, you can learn more in the description below. It just gives you access to all of my available tutorials for the price of one per month. But before we jump into this video, let's go ahead and say a quick thank you to our sponsor, Kazdan's.
But before we get started, I'd like to thank Kazdan's for sponsoring this video. Kazdan's is a gem seller located in the United States and has a variety of high-quality stones. Search by gemstone, shape, size, quality, and more to find the perfect stone for your project. I've left a link in the description below to their website as well as their Facebook page so that you can stay up to date on any new arrivals or sales.
As you can see, there are two different types of trees here. So we have one that's a little bit thicker and bushier, and then we have one that's a little bit thinner and more angled, I suppose, if you want to say it that way. And I'm going to show you how to do both. Give myself a little bit more weaving wire here. So what I've done, I'm going to actually backtrack a little bit. Oops. Backtrack a little bit. So what I've done is I'm wrapping around the bottom base wire 3 times to start the weave. Like so. And then rather than going over, we're actually going to go reverse the direction and wrap around the next wire. So almost like a figure 8 within there. And then to make the bushier tree, we're going to wrap around 2 wires, the next 2 wires, 2 times. Scooting it down. Now you don't want to apply a lot of tension at this point, because if you do, then you won't be able to weave in between these wires again. So just being light on the tension. Then around the middle 3, 2 times. Like so. And then around all 5 wires 2 times. Again, not applying a lot of pressure, using your fingers to direct the wires. Bring it in between the top 2 base wires. And then back around the center 3 2 times. Then around the 2 next wires, so the 2 above the last wire at the bottom, 2 times. Then around this second base wire 1 time. Now at this point, I highly recommend having flat nose pliers. If you don't have them, I'll leave a link in the description where you can find some. And just scooting that around. So you notice I compress it first, just gently, and then scoot it. So there's 1 tree so far. Now we're going to do the other tree. So to move on to the next tree, we're going to wrap, we're going reversing direction again and going over top of the bottom 2 base wire, or bottom wire, 3 times. 1, 2, 3. So we've done that. I'm going to scoot it down just a little bit, just to keep my weaves nice and clean and neat. And now I'm going to show you how to do the little tree, which is basically the same thing. We're just reducing the amount of times we wrap. So now instead of going over top, we're going to reverse direction and go around this second wire 1 time. Okay, and then around the next 2 wires. And then around the middle 3 wires 1 time. And then around all 5 wires 1 time. Bring it up in between the top 2 wires. Oops. And then around the center 3. Up and around, or up in between the 3rd and 4th base wire, and then wrapping it around these 2 wires, wrapping around the 2 wires above this bottom base wire, and then 1 time around the 2nd base wire. So it doesn't look like much at the moment, but grab your flat nose pliers, make sure that they're sitting next to each other, and then compress gently, and then scrunch. So now we have the big bushy tree and the thin tree, and you can alternate with these, or you can do just one of them, whatever you prefer. But this is basically how you do the Christmas tree weave. And I do show you how to use this in a written tutorial as well that shows you how to set this stone. And it's for that particular tutorial. If you're part of the Artisan Tutorial Vault, you already have access and you can find that there. But that is the Christmas tree weave. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions at all, go ahead and leave them in the comments section below as I try to get to them as quickly as I can. I also want to encourage you to join the Learn to Weave newsletter so you can stay up to date as far as upcoming tutorials, sales, blog, tips, everything, and more. So you can learn more about that in the description to check that out. And just a reminder about the Artisan Tutorial Vault. It's filled with all of my available tutorials, plus any upcoming tutorials will be automatically added to the vault. And you only have to pay for 1 tutorial per month and to have access to all of the tutorials. So if you want to check that out, link is in the description. And until next time, you guys, Merry Christmas and happy weaving.